Now, when I look at the Skywalker saga, I always think that Supreme Leader Snoke is by far one of the most mysterious characters created by J.J. Abrams, the director and writer of Episode 9 and The Force Awakens. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, with just 10 months to go, we are getting closer to the release of Episode 9, and as we get closer to Star Wars Celebration, we're also getting closer to that official title reveal and, of course, the teaser trailer of Episode 9. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art, and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with Supreme Leader Snoke and Luke Skywalker. Specifically, a description of Supreme Leader Snoke standing in front of Luke Skywalker, who is on his knees, next to R2-D2. It's described that both the minds of Luke and Snoke are bridged during the sequence and serves as an expansion of what fans got a glimpse of Luke's defeat in Episode 8. It's described to be a rear shot of Luke with Snoke with his arms raised, smiling as if he is laughing at Luke. It's said that behind Snoke is the burning temple, where the environment around Snoke is invisible to Luke. He is only able to see his figure, where Snoke is described to be able to see Luke's environment. The sequence is described as the fall of Skywalker by Snoke's hand. So I want to go over a couple of parts about all of this, because a lot of people have been wondering exactly how JJ is going to tell the big picture here, right? The bigger picture of Luke Skywalker and the destruction of his Jedi Temple in Episode 9. Now, we do know one thing is for certain, is that this movie does have a lot going for it. This movie is going to be a big movie. It's actually described to be a film that's going to have the biggest sets ever used for a Star Wars film. So you can really see how ambitious JJ really is when it comes to this film. Now, first things first, I want to go over Supreme Leader Snoke, and the reason as to why I think a lot of fans want to learn more about him is because we didn't get to learn too much about that character in, of course, Episode 8 before his death. And with the Age of Resistance comic line coming out, you know, featuring an issue all dedicated to Supreme Leader Snoke by this November of 2019, this year, we're going to be learning more about the character in a real strange way. It's dropping just weeks before the release of Episode 9, and I don't think that's a coincidence. So moving past all of this, alright, the whole entire concept of the Force bonds and whatnot that was created by J.J. Abrams, or should I say Rian Johnson, will be picked up by J.J. Abrams in Episode 9. And I think that that might be something that not a lot of people are going to agree on. You know, I know that there are people out there that dislike the concept of the Force bond sequence between both Kylo Ren and Rey. So the thing here is this: we do know that there is a lot of history behind the destruction of Luke's Jedi Temple, and that there is also a lot more to be told that will be told in Episode 9 about the defeat of Luke Skywalker and exactly, you know, what happened after the events of the destruction of his Jedi Temple by the hands of his nephew Ben Solo, who is now Kylo Ren. So Supreme Leader Snoke, this sounds really sinister because it's described that he's in front of the burning temple, smiling at Luke Skywalker as if he is laughing, where Luke is next to R2-D2, witnessing this new person, most likely that he has never seen before in the past, perhaps, or maybe he has had a past with Snoke, because we have heard about other descriptions before in the past that there were interactions between both Luke and Snoke, and that they did have a conflict with each other. In fact, if you guys read The Last Jedi novelization, you will learn that it is indeed implied that both Luke and Snoke once crossed paths telepathically, like their minds essentially connected. So you can really see, you know, where the books go. It really does fill in the little tidbits here and there that aren't told in the movies. So with that being said, Episode 9 seems to be a film that's really going to be explaining a lot of the tidbits that were not explained in Episode 8 that will be explained in this movie. So Supreme Leader Snoke, the reason as to why I really do like this character a lot, and I know that there are people out there that dislike the character, going through what Kylo Ren went through, where he only sees the figure, he does not see the environment around them. And Rey gets to see Kylo's environment. So if you look at everything here with Episode 9, we do know that JJ is really trying to expand everything that was created in the sequel trilogy, but doing his own little spin on things in this movie in a more, I guess you could say, epic and dramatic way, right? So the characters of Luke Skywalker and Supreme Leader Snoke, the reason as to why I believe J.J. Abrams is doing this expansion of the flashback sequence is because not only is it important in order to set up that whole entire link between both Luke and Snoke, to add in history of those two characters and to really make The Last Jedi feel different, but it also allows us to really gain the knowledge of exactly what happened between both Luke and Snoke. How exactly did Luke Skywalker know of Snoke? And also, how did Snoke learn of Luke Skywalker? We do know that Luke was a legend, you know, he was the Jedi who supposedly, right, talked about by the remnants of the Empire, killed both Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine. That's the legend that's spread around the whole entire galaxy. So Snoke obviously knows Luke and has known him for a very long time, but the big mystery is exactly how does Luke know Supreme Leader Snoke? And this would most certainly serve as a great explanation to all of this. Anyways guys, drop a comment below, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Night to moon, we hear them moans again.